Glenn, why don't you tell me what this race has to do with the point standings for their drivers?
Okay, as we mentioned earlier, Roloff out there on the racetrack right now with 49 points. Jim Vreeke with 47 points, 2 points separating these two riders, and we're going to see what happened today. The outcome of today's race will establish who's going to be the points leader after the halfway point in this race. And these guys are blazing around here, 155, 160 miles an hour, and they come down and complete lap number 1. 1 lap down, 7 laps to go for the Bud, and the Glory, and here they come. Look at these three riders swapping back and forth. There's Toland, Roloff, and Vreeke. Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha. Great manufacturers doing it. Look at this. Vreeke tried to get second, couldn't do it. Roloff got the great line and passed Toland into turn number 1, and Toland takes the lead. And looking like Toland's in mechanical problems. Toland's going to be out of the race on the Suzuki. He's definitely dropped off the pace. It looks like he's picked it back up again. Something was wrong with Doug Toland's bike for about 2 seconds, and it dropped him way off the pace, but he's picked it back up to speed again. Something definitely mechanically wrong with Doug Toland's bike, but now it looks like it's all sorted out. They're going up the hill one more time. It's Roloff out in front. The winningest rider in AFM history and all club history with 170 first place trophies down there in his closet in San Diego, and he's going to try and put another one on his shelf today. Earl with Roloff out in front. Jim Vreeke on the Yamaha in second. Doug Toland in third. So we've got the Kawasaki, Yamaha, and Suzuki. A great manufacturer's battle out here. So they go down that back straightaway at 160 miles an hour. Oh, this is going to be something. Let's see if Toland can make up for that mistake he made going around turn number 1. It might have not been his fault, but he definitely has some kind of power coming out of turn number 1, but now he's starting to close it back up again. Coming down to lap 2, it's going to be Roloff, Kawasaki, Vreeke, Yamaha, Toland, Suzuki. And fourth spot is bike number 181, Curtis Adams, holding down 4th. On the Yamaha, Curtis Adams on Yamaha in 4th. In 5th spot, Reinen on the Suzuki, running in 5th. And in 6th spot, bike number 211, Kenny Kopecky on the Kawasaki. So in 4th, 5th, and 6th, we've got Suzuki's, Yamaha, and the Kawasaki's. So in the top 6 positions, we have 2 Kawasaki's, 2 Suzuki's, 2 Yamahas. A great brand mix here as they go up into turn number 3 and 4. And already, Roloff, Toland, and Vreeke starting to lead the rest of the field. Oh, Toland got a great drive off of turn number 5, and now it's crawling over Vreeke's tail. Here he goes in for the pass, and Vreeke takes over 2nd spot. I'm sorry, Vreeke got in the 3rd spot. Toland got in the 2nd spot, excuse me. So it's Toland on the Suzuki. Roloff now out in front of the Kawasaki. Toland in 2nd on the Suzuki. Vreeke in 3rd, but hanging in there tough. And they're coming out of turn number 9. It's still Roloff, Toland, and Vreeke. Kawasaki, Suzuki, and Yamaha. Great battle between the manufacturers here. We're going to try and get a lap time for you next time around. Curtis Adams still, no, it's Rob Reinen now holding on the 4th spot. Then Curtis Adams in 5th, and 211. That's Kenny Kopecky running in 6th. We're not, unofficially, we've got a 129 flat on that last lap. That's 101 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen, 101 miles an hour. These guys are going about as fast as they would in an AMA National right now, so you're seeing some of the best riders in the country around this racetrack, and they're not giving an inch. Vreeke's dropped off the pace a little bit. Right now, it's turning into a Kawasaki Suzuki duel as Toland and Roloff start doing battle up in front. Toland's got to be more frustrated than the other two because Toland's got clipped by Doug Toland in the Suzuki races earlier, and Toland's kind of out here for revenge, and he's trying to get all over Roloff. We're going to find out what happened to Toland there in turn number 1 if he can continue on his way. And there he is. He's going after Roloff, and he's in the draft. We're going to see if that Vanson Hines Suzuki gets around him this lap around. Jim Labine tuned that bike, and we're going to see if he can get around him this lap. Remember, Earl Roloff, a privateer rider out of San Diego on that big Kawasaki Terminator. Here they come out of turn number 9. from our starter, John Raleigh. Here they come, and the Suzuki takes all the lead. Roloff's looking down at his bike. There may be something wrong with Roloff's bike. He's looking down at it. It doesn't look good. He could be suffering those tire problems that has been plaguing him all year long. And then last month he had a wheel problem. And we don't know what it is this time, but he was looking down. He's dropped off the pace. Vreeke is starting to close in now on Roloff as they head around turn number 2. But this is the farthest we've seen him stretched out all race long as they head up between turn 2 and 3. Right now it's Doug Toland on the Suzuki, but can that bike hold together? He's had problems this year. Between 3 and 4, it's Toland, it's Roloff, and Vreeke holding in a good spot there in 3rd. If Vreeke wants to take over the points lead, he's got to get around Roloff. Toland will definitely get up in the top 3 in the point standings, but more importantly, Vreeke knows that the man he's got to get around to take over that lead is right there in front of him as they go over the crest of the hill and down that back straightaway. And look at Toland go now. He stretched it out about a second now over Roloff. And Vreeke running in 3rd. Way back there in 4th. It's still Rob Reinen in 4th, and in 5th spot, Curtis Adams, and in 6th spot, Kenny Kopecky, in 7th spot, Jeff Stern. Here comes Toland. That big Suzuki out in front, then comes Roloff, then comes Vreeke. Doug Toland, as we mentioned, the 23-year-old rider out of Buena Park. He's on that Jim Levine Racing Suzuki. He's got Michelin tires on that bike. He also races for Team Hammer in the National Endurance races. And right now, Toland is got a pretty comfortable lead right now as they hit up into turn number 3. Remember now, Toland's on the Michelins, Roloff and Vreeke on the Dunlop tires. Starting to get in some lap traffic already, and this is the biggest lead we've seen Toland have not only in this race but all year long as they come out of 5 and into 6. Having a bit of a problem coming out of turn number 1 now has taken a pretty sizable lead out of turn number 9. Roloff hanging tough, and so is Vreeke. They come out of turn number 9 and come down and complete another lap. Fastest lap we got was a 1:29, 101 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen. That's awfully fast for local club racing. In fact, that's probably the fastest we've seen them go all year long. They finally broke the 130 barrier and got into the 129s. Good run by bike number 51, who's now finding himself up in the top 5. Dave Langford is moving himself up steadily up through the field as they hit around turn number 1. We still got Rob Reiner holding out 4th position. Jeff Stern in 5th. Curtis Adams holding down 6th spot. Then comes Kenny Kopecky, and then comes bike number 51. Dave Langford, and holding down below him bike number 793, and that is Dave Sartorius. Our starter, John Raleigh, holds out the white flag. 2.5 miles to go for Doug Toland as he's just started smoking them today as he comes down the start-finish straight. And there he goes. He's 2.5 miles from victory. Jim Vreeke now holding down 2nd spot. Roloff definitely having some problems. He goes to one arm on the wheel. He's got one arm on the clip-on handlebars. There's something wrong with his bike. And he's slowing way down coming into turn number 1. He's almost went off the track. And Vreeke's going to get 2nd. And Vreeke knows now he takes over the points lead. Now Vreeke's starting to see a 1986 Toyota truck in his future, maybe, if he can hold on to this. Looks like Doug Toland's going to get the win, but Vreeke's going to get the points lead. As they head around turn number 3 for the last time. Toland off to the easy win, but Vreeke hanging tough. And he's going to get second. We've got mechanical pause with Earl Roloff on that big Terminator. More amazing about that, now bike number 51, who's running up there in the top 10, that's Dave Langford, the only guy out there on a box stock bike, and that's pretty incredible riding against all these guys that have really opened their motors up for this race. And we're looking for our eventual winner, Doug Toland, to come down here and get the checkered flag. Is Earl Roloff going to get third? That's the big question. And can he hold on for third, or is he out of it completely? Roloff's pulled off. Roloff is pulled off the racetrack, and here comes the checkered flag for Doug Toland. He takes his second win of the year. Vreeke's going to get second spot and, more importantly, take over the points lead. We're looking for third place, and it's not going to be Roloff. He's had some bad luck all year long. In the second race, he had wheel problems. In the third race, he had tire problems, but he's going to hang on and get third. We're going to ask Earl what happened to him today. It must have been some kind of problem with the bike. We're going to find out in the winner's circle. But there's your top 3 winners. Toland, Vreeke, and Roloff. A 130.6 on that last lap, so they were doing 129s, 130s all race long. That was over 100 miles an hour. Okay, I'd like to have everybody gathered down here by the snack bar, and we'll get those victory circle ceremony.